Okay, dann runter in diesen Club. Bar.
That's just nonsense, Joe. I don't drink to escape my problems.
Ich kenne euch.
I escape my problems to go drinking. Right, Gimbo?
Aye, Captain. Whatever you say.
What's up, sailors?
Hey, good to see you again.
Aye. We thought Barlow had you locked up for good, Buana.
Ha! Fat chance. This Rasta is way too clever for Babylon oppressors.
Wie geht's euch so?
How you guys doing?
Feels good having solid ground under one's feet again. I can tell you that.
Amen to that, mate. Oh, the mist scares the life out of me.
Ah, I've seen jellyfish with more backbone than you lot.
Ich suche Lina, habt ihr sie gesehen?
I'm looking for Lena. Have you seen her?
She your special lady? Well, Buana, I hate to break it to you, man, but it seems like she and Police Chief Barlow have got something special going on.
What you talking about?
I saw them both strolling to that big posh place on Main Street, Club Timber. She was clinging to him like she was heartstruck, walking on sunshine.
Sounds to me like you've been played for a fool, son.
But
Are you fellas talking about that tall, good-looking lady from out of town who's just strolling down Main Street? If you don't mind me saying so, she's out of your league, sir. Besides, if she's clinging to Barlow, you're better off without her.
That's the truth. You try and take something away from Barlow, Barlow takes something away from you in a very bad way.
I'm not afraid of no police. I could shake them off once. I can shake them off again. I got to get into Club Timber.
Was wisst ihr denn über den Club?
What you guys know about Club Timber?
You really want to get in there, huh? Well, you're gonna have a hard time. You need to be filthy rich and well connected to get access to that joint. It's not for the people. That place is for the corrupt fat cats and untouchable high society. I'm pretty sure you can forget getting in there, Buana. You're a good man, Buana. Your place is down with the decent folk.
Okay, erzähl mir was über Polizeichef.
Tell me more about Police Chief Barlow.
He's been in charge around here for what, probably 20 years or so. Can't say I've got anything personal against him, but like all people with power, he tends to misuse it. He likes to crack down real hard on people he doesn't agree with. And he's certainly up to a whole lot more than just policing the city.
Yes, I'm willing to bet he's tangled up in all sorts of shady doings. Police Chief Barlow is just as corrupt as the rest of the cream of the crop. I swear it, not a single honest man holds a seat of power in this god-forsaken town. And the weight of the burden always lies on us misters.
Netter Laden hier.
Nice joint this.
You kidding me? This place is the cesspool at the end of the sewer. We all flow along the gutters of these streets, drip and drizzle in our own directions. But in the end, like the soggy pieces of street trash that we are, we end up here. Wet, cold, torn apart, and stepped upon, face down in the mud.
Man, that was beautiful. We should have that engraved and put on the wall.
Dem stimme ich zu. Erzähl mir von den Neblern.
Tell me about misters.
We're the little folks. We're the ones who actually do the real work around here. We're just simple folk caught in the crossfire. We come here to get out of the rain and drink ourselves piss drunk before we head out. Come back, and then do it all over again. Misters are the kind of people that wind up in a dump like this. People with money don't come here. People with connections don't come here. We're small people. To the big shots in town, we're worth less than the blood-stained dirt under their boots. Bunch of corrupt hoodlums. That's what they are.
Okay, und fahrt ihr wieder raus?
So when you guys heading back out?
Well, we can't right now, or we probably would. As long as the lighthouse is bust, we are stuck in port. And frankly, I'm not really in a hurry to get back out there. Sure, we gotta make a living. But a short break is well deserved. Ain't it, Gimbo?
It sure is. That lighthouse can stay broken for all I care. Oh, stone the crows, mate. I'm starting to get fed up to the back teeth of catching eel.
Okay, was wird aus den Aalen?
What happens to the eel?
Most of it's sold off to upbound ships. Some stays down here for refining. You can make all sorts of stuff out of eel. Steaks, liquor, plastics, medicines.
Oh.
They're pretty strange creatures, come to think of it.
Wart ihr Jungs jemals in Sant Armando?
You guys ever go to St. Armando?
Ah, no way. We haven't got the right permits. And even if we did, the Beco can't handle the locks. She runs too deep. Oh, I'd love to go someday, though. Get out of this bloody soup once and for all.
Okay. Es kommt immer wieder eine neue Frage. Was sind denn die Schleuser?
What are the locks?
Aye, the locks at Pango Kubwa that lead up to St. Armando. You got special ships going through there. Eel trawlers can't go through them. They just aren't built for it.
We're doomed to be stuck down here forever. Might as well just deal with it, I guess.
Okay, dann later.
See you guys later.
Gut, dann kann ich mich mal hier umgucken, denn ich habe hier gesehen, dass hier ein Abfluss ist.
It's a floor drain.
Yeah, I've got to comply with the Port Archu Hygiene Directive. This eel rinse is considered hazardous waste.
Okay. Eine Sekunde. Ich pömpel mal.
I think the drain is empty of yuck.
Yep, the floor is as clean as a hound's tooth. But come payday, oh Lord knows we need that drain. The misters are splashing booze and yuck all over the place. Yeah.
Aye, it's the circle of yuck, Buana. Eels to eel rinse, and misters to mist.
Ja. Okay. So, Gimbo, Captain, Buch.
What you reading, Gimbo?
It's the captain's navigation book from the ship. The one about all the misting business and the lighthouse and all that. I found this picture of a lobster here. I can't stop staring at it. I'm so bleeding hungry. Oh, what I wouldn't do for some lobster stew right now.
You didn't get any food yet, man?
Nah, everything's closed this hour.
Oh, okay. Can I borrow the book?
Rack off, mate. It's my lobster.
Ich habe hier Reste.
I think we're onto something. But it's hardly a stew yet. It's just a couple of dried lumps of lobster stuck at the bottom.
Okay. Was haben wir hier denn noch? Ein Kalender.
Hey, it's a picture of St. Armando.
Yeah, it's an old outdated almanac. People like to dream themselves away with pretty pictures, you know? It's been hanging there forever. You can have it if you want.
Thanks, man. I love free stuff.
Die Leute geben einem auch echt alles, oder? Ah.
Hey, bartender, where's all the drinks?
I'm sorry, sir. I've gone dry during the big blackout. Shipments aren't coming in the way it's supposed to, now the lighthouse is out. But once it starts working again, I'll run off and buy a whole new crate of it. You have my word, sir.
Okay, also die hängen hier rum. Er säuft. Hier ist aber nichts mehr zu trinken drin. Radio.
Hey, can I play with the radio?
Yeah, go ahead and change the station all you like. You know that there's an old Army Broadway radio. It can pick up all sorts of things. It's pretty good to have in handy when the coppers are around doing raids and such.
Okay. Musik. Okay, 97.1 ist Musik. Eins, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 98. Okay. Ja. Was mit dem Speiseaufzug?
Hey, man! You have an elevator for tiny people!
Well, you could say it's a tiny elevator, but it's not for people. It's a food shaft.
How do you make it, actually? Produce food?
I don't. This bar serves liquid nutrition only. The shaft transports food from the kitchen downstairs to wherever it needs to go.
Okay. Kann man hier irgendwie runter? Ah, okay.
No No time to be hanging around in the bar now. I've got to rescue Lena.
Ja, müssen wir, aber vielleicht müssen wir auch erstmal den Partner machen.
Man, that's not gonna work.
Okay. Das vielleicht.
I don't think that's gonna fly, man.
Okay, ich gehe wieder raus. Danke für die Infos. Ich habe irgendwas gelernt und weiß nicht mehr weiter.
I don't think that's gonna...
Okay. Shit.
Annie's. It's the name of the bar, I guess.
Okay, was könnte ich jetzt noch machen? Ich muss irgendwie hier reinkommen. Ihr könnt mir nicht mehr helfen, oder?
How's it going, fellas?
Doing great now with the fire. Thanks, kid.
Was wisst ihr über den Club Timber?
What do you guys know about Club Temba?
Kemba, kid, that clip joint is as far out of our reach as the moon. We've been on the nut as far back as I can remember. You gotta spin some big cabbage to get in there.
Garbage?
Money, kid. Forgive me for saying so, but you don't seem loaded enough for that joint.
Okay, wisst ihr denn über Barlow?
What you know about Barlow?
Hey, you made some good friends in port already, eh, kid?
Yeah, he gave me a nice big hug on arrival.
That Barlow's a real tough one, ain't he, Vince?
Yeah, he's been cracking down hard on anyone who wants to hold on to what's theirs. Any poor sap who tries to meddle with his affairs winds up with good old Port Archue lead poisoning. Working the docks used to be duck soup before he turned up, but now he's got dogs biting us in every corner. Was difficult enough back when only the Union and the mobs wanted a slice. Now that the coppers are in on it too, it's tough times, kid.
Okay, ich muss los.
I gotta go.
Tschüssen. Okay, die Tür hier vielleicht noch.
The door to the train station is locked.
Geht das mit dem Bolzenschneider vielleicht?
Man, that's not gonna work.
Vielleicht mit dem Pampel.
I don't think that's gonna fly, man.
Ich denke, das wird auch nicht fliegen. Spitzhacke.
That door is way too massive to break open.
Okay, okay, Mann. Okay, ich gehe nochmal hier hinten hin. Einfach nur, um was zu sehen. Hi, Morten.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks, son. I try to keep her tidy. So what can I do for you?
Handstand. Weißt du was über den Club Timber?
You know anything about Club Temba?
The Timber Club is where all the top players in the city go to mingle and share fancy cigars in the evenings. Mobsters, smugglers, coppers, bankers, and politicians. And they're all down there greasing their wallets. Club is down on Main Street, but don't get your hopes up, son. It's a members-only club, and you've got to push a lot of capital in this city to get invited.
Okay, hallo?
What can you tell me about this Barlow guy?
Police Chief Barlow is the head of police here in Port Arthur. Has been for a long time. And the city crime rate has gone up every year since he took over the department.
Doesn't sound like a very good cop if you ask me.
Aye, the worst kind there is. Everyone in the city knows that he trades justice like a potter trades pots. And he's got a lot of powerful friends who like to keep it that way. They don't come much nastier than that. He's the one who got the whole department rotten with corruption.
Schicker Sender, den du da oben hast.
Nice broadcaster you got up there.
Sure is, son. Got a little bit of an extra income spinning tunes and commercials from up there. Landed me a brand new used mattress from Lonnie's, it did. It's practically stain-free. I'd let you have a lie down, but it's still a little moist. This here lighthouse is pretty much the ideal radio tower. It can fill just about any frequency from up here. I've got the best broadcasting point in all of Port Arthur. Well, except the clock tower, of course. But that thing has been out of commission as far back as I can remember.
Okay, was ist mit dem Leuchtturm?
What's with the clock tower?
Oh, it's just kaput and the mayor won't pay to fix it, that's all. I haven't heard those bells tolling for many, many years. Guess it isn't a top priority for the mayor to get it running again. He's too busy spending the city's money down on Main Street to have time with those kinds of things.
Hat er gerade kaputt gesagt? Was ist mit dem Leuchtturm passiert?
What happened to the lighthouse?
10 nights ago, there was a terrible, fierce thunderstorm, and it hit Port Artoo with full force. I had to ward off flying roof tiles as I nailed the shutters to the windowsill. Trust me, son, I've seen storms that'd make your bones cringe and your heart cry. But this storm, this was something else. Then, suddenly, a flying vessel appeared from out of the storm, and it made straight for the lighthouse. Even in the wind and darkness, there was no mistaking that airship. It was the Sisulus.
The Sisulus?
Aye. Before I knew it, the whole crew was inside the lighthouse wreaking havoc. They smashed the lantern up at the top of the tower and ripped out machine parts from the guts of the service room down here. Brought me to tears seeing Old Faithful battered and broken like that.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Buana. This old lighthouse is the closest to a family that I've got. Anyhow, Old Faithful has been dark and still ever since.
Ja. Brauchst du Hilfe?
Need any help?
I've got to get these gears and thingamadoodles in order somehow. If only I had my old blueprints here, this would be a piece of crackers. This here Port Artoo lighthouse is of a very special breed, you see. Specifically built for the harsh conditions of the never-ending mist. There has got to be information about it somewhere, but I'll be doodled if I know where to find it.
Okay, du brauchst Blaupause. Erzähl mir was über den Bürgermeister.
Tell me about the mayor.
Oh, he's just another corrupt cog in the machinery of big government. Just another one of the puppets being played by the folks up topside in St. Armando.
Okay, wofür ist der Leuchtturm eigentlich gut?
So what's the lighthouse good for anyways?
Why, all of Port Artoo depends on it. It's a proud job I've got. Misting would be impossible without it. And without misting, Port Artoo is as doomed as an eel on the cutting board. Misting isn't all that it's good for either. Most trading we do with St. Armando is done by mist as well, through the locks at Pango Kubwa. They'd never find their way back without the lighthouse.
Das ist jetzt das erste Mal, dass ich das höre. Was ist Pango-Kupfer?
What's Pango Kubwa?
That's where the locks are, for traversing up and down from St. Armando. Anything that goes between the two has to cross Pango Kubwa. Unless you fly, of course. But nobody's that mad. Of course, we used to have the trains as well. But the powers that be keep shutting them down for reasons best unasked about. The ships are just about a person's only hope to get in and out of Port Artoo these days. Without them, we'd be trapped like pewds in a bucket.
Okay, was ist mit den Zügen los?
What's up with the trains?
Oh, they're off limits to the public now, son. Only high government officials use them these days. Why they're requiring enforcing all these regulations and blocking everything off is a mystery to me, son. I figure the less I know about it, the better.
Okay, was wird alles abgesperrt?
What's being blocked off?
Well, it's the dangles now, but Port Artoo used to be an open port. People were coming and going as they pleased, by ship, plane, and train. Back then, you didn't need permits to travel up and down. A fellow was free to go exploring all they liked. It's like they're trying to hide something, don't you reckon?
Ja, könnte sein, ja. Zusammenfassung, was du brauchst.
What do you need again?
I've got to get these gears and thingamadoodles in order somehow. If only I had my old blueprints here, this would be a piece of crackers. This here Port Artoo lighthouse is of a very special breed, you see. Specifically built for the harsh conditions of the never-ending mist. There has got to be information about it somewhere, but I'll be doodled if I know where to find it.
Okay, bis später.
Okay, see you later.
Oh well, thanks for the chat. Feel free to stay around for a while and warm yourself from the fire.
Jo, mach ich. Okay, gibt's hier an dem Dingadudel noch was? Oder Porten, Fenster, Anker, Teekanne, Treppe hoch, Radio. Okay, ich kann hier wirklich Radio spielen. Ah, nicht so geil. Warte mal kurz. Ich nehme nochmal. Den da? Das da.
I've got them. They're here on Main Street at Loco Lonnie's Used Mattress Kingdom. Go over here now and grab them while they're still here. What are you waiting for? Go get them now while the offer stands. It's a bargain. I've got them. They're here on Main Street at Loco.
Okay, bin mal gespannt, ob er jetzt offen hat.